Hey guys, and welcome to video one of what hopes to be many for some of the content that we want to bring here on the Huntsman YouTube channel, Huntsman Media. Today we're going to do a review on the Delta 5 bolt gun by Daniel Defence, recently just landed in Australia. Now, caveat, I'm not a Navy SEAL, nor am I a commando, so I'm not naturally comfortable in front of a camera. So this might be a little bit awkward, could be a little bit stumbly as I find my feet, but we'll get there in the end, so stick with me. They do say for these videos, you need a storyboard and plan ahead, and I did try that, as you'll see here. I planned out how I was going to be until I got a little distracted and bored and wandered off subject. So this is largely unscripted, so we'll see where we go. So some of these videos might come across a little bit Garand Thumb-esque. Okay, Mike Jones at Garand Thumb runs an excellent channel. His videos are very good and well put together. So as they say, those that can't innovate, imitate. So with that being said, if you've ever wanted to imitate Flannel Daddy in order to create your own YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So the first thing we're going to talk about with the Daniel Defence Delta 5 is what it turns up in. It turns up in its own rifle case, a tough, durable rifle case, and for me, personally, that's a plus. A lot of the weapon systems we have turn up in the shop come in a crappy cardboard box wrapped in foam. I've seen custom actions, very expensive custom actions, turn up in a plastic bag. So the fact that when you purchase the gun, you also get a gun case that you can just take straight to the range, to me, that's a plus. Beautiful thing is that it also comes in just the right size for us to be able to mail it at a cheaper rate to our customers across Australia as well, except for WA because your legislation won't let us do it, so we'd have to send it by courier. So caveat there, if you're in WA and you want to buy this gun, you're going to pay a little bit more for freight due to the courier. One of the first things you're going to notice when you pull your gun out of its box is it's going to have this little yellow tab. This is the quality assurance checklist that the guys go through in the factory at Daniel Defence as they're putting your weapon system together. As you'll see, it'll tell you who it's been built by, you'll have their inspections there, the quality insurance inspection by, test fired by. Every weapon that comes out of Daniel Defence is test fired, so they know it works as it comes out of the factory. Package by and the date. I'll quickly touch on some of the quality assurance processes in place at Daniel Defence. Early in the year, I was actually really lucky to get a guided tour of the Daniel Defence factory in Black Creek, Georgia, in the United States of America. One of the things that became very obvious is that they really stand by their word when they say that their guns are thoroughly tested. They had a whole row of people putting the weapons together, then doing the QC checks on them. Then they took them to their indoor live fire range to test the weapons to make sure they actually worked. You can see why they are one of the best weapon system manufacturers in the business. We have a lot of B-roll footage from that tour. Joe Marler was good enough to take us through and explain us the process from start to finish of how a weapon is put together and manufactured at the factory. And we'll hopefully get that out onto our YouTube channel in the not too distant future. Okay, so let's talk about some of the features on this gun. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to do it in a logical sequence. We're going to go from tip to butt. First thing we're going to talk about is the threaded muzzle end cap. Comes out of the factory in 5.8x24, which makes it perfect to be able to mount up a brake on there. We've got these in 6.5 and 308, so not a lot of recoil already, but for competition shooters, if you want to put a brake on there, for instance an APA, a Gen 3 brake, that'll reduce that recoil basically down to 0. Okay, let's talk barrels. Barrels come in two sizes. We've got 24 inch for the 6.5 man bun and 20 inch for the 308. The barrels themselves, what makes the Delta 5 such a unique weapon is they're a user interchangeable barrel, meaning this butt gun is basically a multi-caliber weapon system. So you can take the barrel off and change it. For instance, say you're running 308 for hunting and you want to go to the range and shoot a comp, you can put your 6.5 barrel on there at home or in the back of your 4B in under 10 minutes without the need of a gunsmith, just with using the unique bolt-up system here. Daniel Defence were after the modularity of an AR-15 style platform. and this is the end result with that. While we're on the subject of barrels, let's talk what makes these barrels unique, being the fact that they are cold hammer forged barrels. A barrel starts its life as a barrel blank, which is just a raw piece of material, or steel in this case. That barrel blank is then placed in the cold hammer forge, which then hammers the steel around a mandrel and chamber, forming the rifling and the chamber itself. During this process, there is zero heat or any cutting done to the barrel itself. It maintains its molecular structure. The cold hammer forge process allows for the barrel to maintain its straightness as possible, with DD will even boast that they have one of the world's best straightness gauges, and it drops right through without even touching the size, which is testament to how straight that profile is. Now, the big difference between the Daniel Defense Delta 5 barrel and the Daniel Defense AR style barrels is an AR-15 barrel cannot be hammered into its finished profile via the cold hammer forge. Some machining is then needed afterwards in order to get it to that final stage. That's why they have the smooth finish. Whereas the finish on the Delta 5, as you look closely, and we'll get a close up so you can see, it leaves a pretty distinct pattern behind, and if you didn't know any better, you might confuse it for a carbon wrap style finish. That's actually the individual hammer prints from the cold hammer forge, which is quite interesting and really highlights the uniqueness of this barrel. The action, as I said before, it's a multi-caliber action. It's a stainless steel action with a 3-lug bolt. Has a 60-degree bolt throw and is nice and smooth, giving you the ability to get those shots down range at a rapid rate. The action also comes standard with a 20 MOA rail, so you can basically take this out of the box, throw on a good scope and set of rings, and head straight to the range. The trigger is a single stage adjustable Timney Elite Hunter trigger. It's adjustable at 1.5 to 4 pound. Alright, let's dry fire this trigger and see how it breaks. First thing I notice is that there is absolutely zero creep. Alright, squeezing and breaks like glass. The stock is a comfortable ergonomic stock. It is a carbon fibre reinforced polymer stock, which is good for left or right-handed shooting. Either way, it's comfortable. Adjustable cheek piece, and this little fella here is ambidextrous. It can be switched left or right if you're a left-handed shooter. Cue all the, oh, should have been drowned to birth as a left-hander. The stock itself has flush cut positions, both front and rear, as well as over 14 M-lock positions. So you've got them up the front if you want to run, say for instance, a torch or a bipod, and at the rear if you want to run a monopod. With the flush cups front and rear, you can bang your sling in it, throw it over your shoulder if you did want to take this hunting. It has a built-in barricade stop, which is becoming more and more popular with the competition style shooting, as well as an ambidextrous magazine release catch, which is handy. Also comes in with your box extra spaces if you want to adjust the length of pull. The magazine itself is a 5-round Magpul PMag, but it'll also take any AICS style magazine. Alright, let's talk accuracy. Daniel Defense guarantees sub MOA accuracy straight out of the box, but I think in the hands of a competent shooter, you'll be able to achieve far tighter groups than that. Hopefully, once we're on the back end of this COVID-19 business, we'll be able to get some footage of us at the range actually achieving that. Alright, so to summarise, the Daniel Defense Delta 5. I may be a little biased. I am a huge Daniel Defense fanboy, but I think this weapon system is pretty close to perfect. You're getting custom action features for production gun prices. In my opinion, this really is a turnkey solution for a out-of-the-box factory rifle. You want to take it out hunting, by all means you can. You want to take it to the range and shoot a competition, it's perfect for that too. I think once this rifle starts getting seen at some of the ranges around Australia, it's going to start growing in popularity. If you're interested in owning one of these, give the shop a ring or send us an email at sales@huntsmanaus.com. Also, you can jump on our website and check out the guns on there. We've got a link to it, and that'll provide you more information than I've stumbled through here today. Alright guys, before we wrap this up, you'll notice that I'm wearing a Swiss 8 t-shirt. Adrian and Mex and the boys at Swiss 8 are doing a really good job. Jump on their website, download their app, and have a look. The guys are doing some really good things. Alright guys, that's the video. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Also comment, what would you like to see in the future? Is there anything particular that you'd like to see me do? Army boys, no derogatory comments here please. Also, I'd like to keep it clean. Comments like watching me do your mum, albeit hilarious, not really what we're after right here. So let's keep those comments clean. Ladies, maybe you'd like to watch me do push-ups with my shirt off for an hour. Probably not going to do that, but throw it in the comments section and you never know, you might get lucky. Thanks for watching guys. Till next time, cheers.